Hello, hi, and welcome, peoples, persons, and background characters to another episode of Spinning Tales, a podcast, maybe a place where we all acknowledge that we are amalgamations of stories still being told and do our very best to draw out the storyteller in each of us.
Yes.
I am one of your hosts, Jess, and that's over there, Britt.
That's over there, Britt.
That's over there, Britt.
We'll take it. We'll roll with it.
I mean, you don't really have a choice. I mean, you can say it for yourself.
This over here, Britt.
This over here, Britt. Not this, that.
Yeah.
This over here, Jess.
What are we doing today?
Oh, wow. Okay. So we're skipping everything else. Look, we could do that. Do you have anything you want to talk about before that?
Oh, I mean, we can talk about the stories we've been intaking. Because that's our setup.
We don't have
and
to.
I've been intaking some good things.
Oh, tell me about the good things you've been taking.
What
are we doing today?
Don't be rude to me. I'm rude to you. You're not rude to me.
That's
the way this is supposed to work. So, I, as of recording this, am all caught up on Invincible and Freerin.
Oh.
Yeah. I enjoyed both of those shows.
Nice.
Quite a bit.
Why?
Quite a bit.
What are they about? I've never heard of either of them. I don't think you've talked about them before on the podcast. But also, I don't know what they are.
I've probably talked about Invincible. Invincible is a gritty superhero show about a teenager with a superhero dad who develops powers and then decides to call himself Invincible.
No, I've heard you talk about this.
Which is a superhero name that is like, hey man,
what's your superpower? I can float. Does that make you invincible? No.
So he can fly. He's got super strength. He can fly and he's got super strength.
That's not invincible.
But he calls himself Invincible and then gets beat a lot.
Oh, that's fun.
All the time. I'm like, wow, you almost died.
Is it live action or a cartoon?
Cartoon. Cartoon. And so it is bloody. Very bloody.
Oh, I love, teenagers fighting to the bloody death.
Yeah. Yes. Then you will love this show. I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want spoilers for the internet. It's still coming out. Like we hit the season end.
Got it.
And but it's like, oh my God, I want to know what happens next.
Yeah. I'm very proud of you for doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, it was like a thing I was doing with my husband, so I didn't really have a choice.
That's fair.
Because I probably, I didn't know it was going to be the last episode, and I probably would have waited until the next season. But,
Look,
it's fine.
You made it to this place, and the world didn't explode.
It did. I did. We also got to the season end of Freerin, which is just a fantasy.
Okay.
It's nice to have... almost like slice of life fantasy. Freerin is an elf who's super old, but looks super young because of course, right? But she lives such a long time that her concept of time is different than humans. And there's just all sorts of hijinks and stuff that happens with the old party that she used to have and the new young people that she takes on that she's mentoring, I guess, essentially, but who it also seems like are kind of raising her because they're like, wow, Freerin, you don't handle our money very wisely. I guess this teenager it's a good thing this teenager held the money back from you so that you couldn't spend it all so that we could still eat.
Thanks for
okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But we like it because usually when you're getting fun slice of life, this is just a scene of fantasy, it's usually shoehorned into an isekai that's got other weird stuff going on.
Yeah.
And this doesn't have the weird stuff.
Okay.
So if you are man, I love fantasy for the fantasy, for seeing the magic, being in the world, all the things, Freerin hits those buttons. I don't think it's I'm never at the edge of my seat what's going to happen type deal, but it's a nice watch.
Oh, okay. That's nice. That's
well
always good to have
animated.
one of those things.
Yeah. Okay. What have you been intaking?
I've been catching up on Midnight Burger. Yeah, which we should be watching. If we should be watching.
No,
together,
as you said it, my stomach got queasy.
It's
where it left off last season was like, oh my god.
Well, and you've got like 12 episodes, so come on. It's so good. Both the Welcome to the Horizon season 2 portion of it and the Midnight Burger season 5 portion of them are so fracking good, bro. Which is unsurprising. Which is just unsurprising.
We expect big things from Joe Fisher.
We do, and not to like,
and then he delivers, and we're very upset with him.
Oh yeah, he over delivers. I can never expect too much of him. It's so good. I'm not going to say anything else. I haven't cried yet this season, so that's a positive. But there have been a lot of like, kind of moments. So it's been great.
You're like, he's trying to get me.
No, more like what?
Oh, okay.
Where? Whom? Like, this is great.
There are some like deep mysteries that I like need to listen to season 5 to figure out.
Yeah. It's like you're going to really enjoy when you get into season 5 because there's so many moving parts. Like it's one of those things where as a writer, juggling multiple characters is difficult to keep interesting because the fan base is always going to have favorites, right? And least favorites. But to like have those like newer characters or characters that are there's literally 0 least favorite character.
There's got to be a least favorite.
I dislike. And I'm just like, yeah, there's no characters that I'm like, I hate this character. I don't want to spend any time with this character. 0 of those things, which is already a feat of a magician. But like everyone getting like kind of their own storyline, and then people it's amazing. Like, and I think as you've been doing more writing as well as intaking literature, you're going to be like, what wizardry is this? You're like, it's so much where you're like, how there are, I would say, 6 main characters of the show, right? And how do I care about every tertiary character? like I'm gonna cut this thing that I'm gonna say right now, but it's so good. And it's just kind of like the ability to have you care about all these characters. Anyway.
Watch Midnight Burger, people.
Yes, do it. Listen, pay money for it. Don't add to the list of names. Anyway,
support Joe Fisher, please. But don't add to the list of names, actually.
Oh yeah, if you didn't already see, Morph is sleeping. But we went in on camera, but the light is too bright for him, so we covered his eyes.
Yeah.
And then we've got Moss and Algie.
Moss and Algie.
Yes, Algie is going to a new home soon, but Moss stays here.
You're getting so good at this.
I'm making a Blorf.
Yeah?
Yeah, so
you're not going to replace Morph, are you?
No, but I'm making a version of him out of smaller thread.
Yeah.
With and black, so he's Blorf. Hopefully he'll actually look like what he's supposed to look like.
What was he supposed to be?
He's a bear.
Yeah, I see that.
No, you don't.
No. Yes.
With his eyes covered.
These could put
mouse
deer ears. I'm thinking deer.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of things. Anyway, what are we doing today? It's been 20 minutes, kids. Characters.
Today, I don't know. You tell me.
It's always me.
I asked you first.
No.
I did ask you first.
That's true. We are going to be working off of vibes today. So we have a list of words in order. We have
a list of phrases.
We have a list of phrases that are like possible that we are saying are titles. And it's really just title vibes. It's just kind of like if I picked up a book that was called this or a short story that was called this, what would I expect to see in it?
Yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the type of titles right now. Mm-hmm. Take 15 minutes to write. talk about it. And then it says another 15 minutes of writing. Are we going to write 2 titles today each?
I think it really depends on where we're at, right? So if it's like, I actually really like this title, I want to keep going on it, or if it's like, I want to switch it up and try a different title.
Yeah.
Because we've got a lot on here that are pretty interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and read out the titles.
Lesser Evil, Madigan's Rules, Greater Good, Kiss of Kith, Big and Bad, Meow, It Happens, Manic Horror, Tough Girl, aka Titanium Woman, The Grassland Soldier, Tammy, Daria, and Harriet, Rings of the Sun, By the Light of the Moon, Your Mama's Broken Heart, A Woman Scorned, Our Broken Things, Parody of Trust, Cold Chaos, The 4 Wingmen of the Apocalypse.
I added that one this morning.
I was like, I don't recognize that one.
I was watching something and these guys were wingmenning so hard for their friend, and I was like, and it was like, but they were bad at it. Like, they weren't being weird, but they were just like really obvious. Like, yeah. Oh, maybe, yeah. And I was like, 4 wingmen of the apocalypse, because they were doing a bad job.
That's great. Okay, here's the thing. You put Wingmen of the Apocalypse, and my mind didn't go to Wingman like someone trying to help with the thing. It went to like instead of the horsemen, like these are flying people. Or is this like Wingmen of the Apocalypse, like they're trying to help the apocalypse come?
That's all of those things, literally. All of those things. I was just saying, that's where it came from for me.
Yeah.
But like all these things. Okay, so this is the thing I think I want to do. You're going to choose 3 that you're like, I really like this, and this is like my synopsis, my pitch for it.
Okay.
This is my pitch for what this is my pitch for what this is, and my pitch. And then I'm going to be like, write that one.
Oh.
And then I'm going to do the same. I'm going to be like, this is what this vibes off for me.
And then I get to pick.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we just made it interactive.
Yeah.
This is fun. Okay, so I guess I'm going to, we don't need to like set up for this, but I do need to at least see the things. Let me grab a thing to look at. All right, so we each have some pitches.
Yes.
I haven't read any of your pitches, but you had time before me, so you probably read them.
I have read yours.
How dare you? And so we are going to just like read our quick pitches, and then we're going to decide where we're going to go. I guess I'll go with me first, since you've probably already made a decision.
Because I already know.
Yeah.
I don't already know.
Okay.
I haven't made a decision.
So Kiss of Kith, short, sweet pitch is friends to lovers to enemies. Meow, It Happens. A man was turned into a cat for pissing off his mother-in-law. Titanium Woman. It's just great. Woman who realizes she has superpowers but hides it because the world has taken enough from her and she will not be a government slave, i.e. super soldier.
I like that. I'm ready for the... No. And then the dinosaur came and I was like, oh, hell no. Not my monkeys, not my circus. I'm so scared too. Get me out of here. Oh no.
Oh no, I'm a damsel.
But also, the man being turned into a cat.
But
I want to know what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
How does he get turned
I will
back?
say, like, I wasn't thinking this, but like the way you said a man turned into a cat, my brain was like, oh, I guess that did happen to Salem in Sabrina.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because you were like, what happened? And my brain said, I think he did war crimes. But that's not what my cat man did.
No. I would like to see the continuation of that story that you wrote before. Literally, as you were typing, I was like, well, I know that one. So I'm really that one. You do that one.
Oh, okay. That's the one that sticks out the most to you. That's fine. Well, I literally, when I first read it,
disappointed?
No. When I first read it, I was like, oh, I wonder if she's just going to be drawn to Kiss of Kith because I don't really do romance.
I want you to do that one when you have more time. This is a shorter episode.
I'm not going to do that. This is whatever you choose is the one that I'm going to do. I'm never coming back to any of these. That's just what you to know. Titanium Girl, dead. Kiss of Kith, dead. Never gonna ever return to those.
So here's the thing. I think you're gonna return to Meow It Happens on your own anyway. I pick Kiss of Kith.
What? Oh, wait. Yeah. What? wait. My brain is so confused. Like, what are you saying?
I pick I think you're gonna.
You already said Meow It Happens.
No, not anymore.
Here's the thing. I control the edit, and you already said Meow It Happens, and you never said Kiss of Kith, so...
I just want you to know that I do have the power to bite you.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm just as long as we're on the same page.
We're on the same page of Meow It Happens. Anyway, read yours to the group. Read yours to the characters.
Greater good, looking at tragedies and justifying it because of the greater good.
Ooh, that sounds like that'll be hard for you to write. Not like hard because you aren't good at writing, but you'll be like, I'm mad.
Yeah.
That sounds like a not great time for Brittany.
Yeah, no, I don't. It is one of those things where it's like I would have to write the opposite of what I think and feel.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know.
Hey, if you're changing up, maybe
it's an exercise, I guess. I don't know. But that's immediately what came to mind.
Yeah.
With that title. By the light of the moon. Things happening in the woods at night. Is it witches? Is it nature? Is it murder?
That's going to be, if I choose that, what's going to be fun about that is you're going to have to make a decision about what it is.
Yeah. You know. And then the 4 wingmen of the apocalypse. 4 people or entities are tasked with helping usher in the apocalypse. The 4 horsemen cannot begin their work until the wingmen finish their jobs or prime the times for the horsemen. Are they good at their jobs? Do they want to do it? I don't know.
Do you feel like they might be good at their jobs, or do you think
I think some of them are probably good at their jobs, and some of them are like, I don't know, man. And I also feel like they're going to be sitting around where like, oh, I'm supposed to prime this. These humans are really good at doing this on their own. I guess I'll go to a bar.
Yeah, this is work. I'm at the bar priming.
Yeah.
Prime. Instead of shots. Fun. Which one are you actually having me do?
No,
literally. I was playing with you, but which one are you trying to have me do?
We can do Meow It Happens.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I want you to do Kiss of Kith later.
Okay.
I want to see Kiss of Kith.
Mm-hmm.
I think Meow It Happens, we might be able to shoehorn that one in later. Right?
Uh-huh.
I don't think we're likely to do Kiss of Kith later.
Yeah.
So I would rather you do Kiss of Kith now and try to do Meow It Happens later.
Okay, we'll do Kiss of Kith.
Thank you.
With that also, like, because I was like, depending on where we go, I was like, I don't want to like have a heavy one and then make you do a heavy one.
Oh,
so that's why I was like, oh, let's see. I'm gonna say, let's go 4 wingmen.
Okay.
Let's go 4 wingmen because
You don't have to have a good or bad motivation. There's no good or bad. It's just the one that you want. It doesn't matter if it's because you added it this morning.
Yeah. So let's do 4 wingmen because we're going to do 2 15-minute writing sessions. And we can get to the end of the 15 and you can be like, I realize I would rather be writing this. Like I think when we get to the end of the 15, we both can then make the decision to be like, I want to actually try this one.
Okay.
And I don't get a say. And you don't get a say. Like kind of thing.
Oh,
we don't get to go like, no, keep writing. If you're like, I think that I'm done with that. I want to do a different one.
That's fair. Okay.
So, we're going to write for 15 minutes. I do want to know in the comments, like right now before we start writing, I want you to like put if you would have agreed with us or if you would have chosen a different one for us. Like, I know I went back and forth a lot, but I wonder if you'd be like, oh, I really want to hear Brittany's version of By the Light of the Moon, you know, kind of thing. So I want to know. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. But for now, we are going to find TK in his hiding space. And
TK's gone forever.
And we're going to write for 15 minutes. I I sort of kind of know how I'm gonna kith this kin, so kiss this kith. So let's go.
Right.
Transition. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So
Does it make you sad that we don't even try to clap at the same time anymore?
no.
We're like a couple that has just stopped trying to make it better.
That's a great segue into my portion.
I think I'll probably keep going with mine.
Mm-hmm. So you don't want to read
maybe.
it? So you don't want to read it to me?
Yeah, maybe I won't read it.
Okay. I don't want to keep going with mine.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to read it to you.
Okay.
Because I'm like, it took me par for the course. It took me a full 7 minutes before I got into writing, and then I had 8 minutes left. So
Yeah.
I didn't get much. So I really, when I like was looking at this, I was like, okay, this could absolutely be like a full 3-part story, right? Because there's 3 friends, lovers, enemies, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have time for that. But I really like it gave poetry more than anything else, but
You don't do poetry.
I am not a poet. I don't do poetry. I don't do romance. So these 2 things obviously go together. And so I really wanted, I was like, I don't mind prose poetry. Like, not that I don't mind poetry. I just can't write it. And I like traditional poetry is harder for me to understand. And like to really delve into like what the author meant on top of what I'm taking from it, you know? So that's just harder for me. But prose poetry, if you've never heard of it, is it's poetry without the line breaks, and it really focuses on imagery and emotional emotional depth and stuff. And within the like, it's usually done in block text. Like one paragraph is a whole poem, sometimes is a whole page, and you're going through just like a lot of imagery to really invoke whatever it is that you're saying. There is some rhyme in it, but it is determined by how you read it and the cadence in which you read it. That's what prose poetry is, which I find really, really cool. There's really like a lot of really good prose poems out there, right? I wanted to try to do this in prose poems, but it's been so long since I've tried that like literary art that it was like, oh, I'm not going to do this right. I'm not going to do this right. And I, in fact, did not do it right. So it is somewhere between prose poetry and flash fiction. But so it's like, it's a mosh posh of those things.
Read it.
Okay.
Read it.
So it's not good. Okay, here we go. Kiss of Kith. The first time you met me was not the first time I knew of you, and you knew me too. We had circled each other for years, always on the edges of the Venn diagram of our friend groups, until we inevitably met in the middle. What I knew of you was not enough to fill a post-it then. Most of it good, but not all. What you knew of me, you did not tell me then. You would not tell me now. As we move from friends of friends to friends, I now know enough to fill a whole page. When we moved from friends to lovers, I purchased a binder and collected all the loose pages of knowledge on you together. I gave them an order of time and importance. Your favorite foods and places to relax, what made you angry and where to look for your keys when you lost them. How you hated eating popcorn and the way your eyes went dark when I stroked the back of your neck. What I knew of you before was glued to the front of my binder as a joke of how we began. What you knew of me before, you still did not tell me. The last time you met me was the first time I understood I knew nothing of you. You screamed that I was just who you thought I was at the start, and I had no recourse. That's where I stopped.
I think that was good.
It was...
I thought that was absolutely fine.
Good and fine are 2 different adjectives.
I thought it was good.
No. I think like it was like whatever. I was just like, it gets a vibe. It definitely gets a vibe. And that's the whole point of this assignment.
I mean, there's a story here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there is a story, a 3-part story.
Like the person who like the narrator is like talking to had some preconceived notions going into the relationship that were not positive, apparently. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you're just who I thought you were. And it's like,
what does that mean?
What are you talking about? Like, I'd like to know.
I'd like to know.
Yeah, which seems dirty because it's like I feel like that's also a parody of trust. I'm going to enter into this relationship. You decided to do both.
You decided I did both.
I'm going to enter into this relationship. We're friends. I'm telling you that we're friends. I'm telling you that I love you or that we're lovers or whatever the case may be. But the whole time, I'm like, yeah, I know exactly who you are.
Yeah.
I trust you to do what I expect you to do.
Yeah. Which is what?
Which is what?
Which is what? What did you expect me to do?
If you think bad about me, why did you let me think good about you?
Why did you enter into a relationship with me?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm upset.
Yeah, I figured. The eye of this is also upset. Yeah. So yeah. Like I feel like if I had more time or inclination, or if I was more poetic, I would find the way to like move in like figurative language to make this more beautiful, like actual pretty. I like when I first started, I was like the Venn diagram of our friends, like on the edges until we met in the middle. I was like, I like
that imagery.
Yeah, you know. But and then I was like, okay, what other things move in circles? What circles each other until they become one? What do blah blah things like that. Because like as we're diving down, right, it's like, and then their lives become entwined, right? Like I purchased a notebook to collect all the loose pages of knowledge I had of you, you know?
Yeah.
Which was like, that's nice, you know? So we've gone from circling to paper to like what, you know? And then I think the last bit, which would be the enemies, I would think it would be a mix of like paper being torn up in a cyclone or a tornado or something.
I was
like
going to say a bonfire that we burned.
Maybe.
But yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But like, yeah, that takes time and
you're not interested in this.
I'm not interested in this.
Yeah, I know.
It's fine. See, you said you wanted me to get to it, so here it is.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy that you wrote that.
Yeah.
I like the way that is written.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you wrote it. But I also understand and will not give you guff for not continuing it because you're not interested.
Yeah, I'll
respect your opinion.
We are
this time.
eventually going to have to. We did do a love episode, but we're gonna have to like figure out a way to. I don't know. It was like, how do you strong arm me into doing a thing? It's really difficult because I'm like, I want to write
it out. Let me know.
I was like, I want to write something romantic, but it's not in me.
I think we might need to do a day where we write the things that we don't like to write.
When don't you like to write songs?
Not that one. I don't do music. I'm not a musician. But like the greater good one.
Yeah.
That was going to be very difficult for me.
That's true.
So maybe the day I write that, you continue this.
Maybe not. This wouldn't be a love story.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
It would be one part love story out of 3 parts.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you don't want to read yours because you're going to write for it another bit.
Yeah.
I think I might.
I have almost nothing. It's very short.
That's same. I also had nothing, and it is very short. I think I might do Titanium Woman.
Okay. That's going to be fun.
Hopefully. I mean, I only got 15 minutes, so
we'll see. We'll see what it does.
Indeed. So I'll just put that in the.
I'm going to make it do what it do.
Okay, so another 15 minutes on the clock?
Yep.
Here we go. All right. That 15 minutes was definitely better used for me.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I felt better about this one. Not to say the one you picked was bad, because it wasn't. It was really good. I just think this was more my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially, I think I like that we started off with the one that we did with Kiss of Kith because it let me like open up a little bit more. I was like, wow, that was really like,
it was like a beginning exercise.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, but I want to write something I'm happy with. So yeah.
Okay.
I think I should go first since yours is a whole contained story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. It's so yeah, I went with Titanium Woman. Stay away from me. That's actually, I think about it right now, is probably the tagline.
Yeah. Titanium Woman.
Stay away from me. That's her saying it.
Yes.
Not people saying it to her.
Okay, have you heard of the new show or it's like, I guess a pilot, like it wants to be a show, like Pretty Please I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl?
No.
Something like that. Oh my god, it's so anyway, okay.
No.
Anyway, it just the vibe reminded me of
that's
that.
I have not heard of that, but that is definitely the vibe. You were so loud. Okay, here we go. She ran with all the others around her, doing her best to dodge the fallen debris on the ground and the still falling debris from the sky. People around her were screaming as they fled. She screamed with them. Was she aware that anything that fell on her would not harm her? Yes, but that didn't make her immune to the panic of the fleeing mob. Though, to be honest, her screams were more fueled by anger than the fear she knew surrounded her. Why in the name of God was there a super attack happening in her middle of the nowhere town? It was freaking Idlewild. She had moved from LA years ago when supers started to pop up left and right. She had read and watched enough Marvel to know that staying in target cities was a mistake, so she had moved out of the radius to Glendora. Then, on a day that she'd been walking home from the store and was struck by a tired driver and came away covered only in dust and motor oil while the car had been totaled, she knew she had to get farther away. The move to Idlewild had been a pain in the butt because she had to straight up quit her job and move in with her cousin until she found something that could support her in the area surrounding the town. But she had done it. It had taken more than a year, but she had settled into her quiet life. Now these mother effing supers were encroaching on her turf and battling. What the hell? So caught up in her thoughts, she tripped over a rebar pole, face planting in the broken cement and scraping her mouth and teeth on the asphalt. She didn't immediately get up, instead lying down face first and screaming explicits into the broken earth while people continued to leap over her in hopes of finding freedom. When she finally started to rise, it was just as another person was leaping over her, and she felt their shin shatter against her side as they spilled over her. She looked over at the teenaged girl who was holding her leg and crying out. With a put-upon sigh, she scooped up the girl and kept running with the pack.
With a put-upon sigh. God dang it.
Just like, oh!
I like that. No, I like this character. She's like, God, I was chilling.
I did everything I could to not be here. Why are you bringing it to me?
Freaking Idlewild. Like, Idlewild is nice.
Idlewild is nice. Why are supers tearing up Idlewild?
All sorts of, like, it's not supposed to happen here.
No.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was like really funny because I was like, yeah, no, she's like not trying to do this so she wouldn't be in a city, but these always take place in cities, except that one Thor movie that took place in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. The major action takes place in a city, but the damage always is far further spread than that. You're flying in the sky, you get punched so hard that you like leave the atmosphere and then drop down somewhere else, and that's in the middle of a town that wasn't messing with you at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I'm out of the radius. What are you doing? Get out of here!
Yeah. No, that's fun. That is more your wheelhouse. It's fun. It's fun.
I think like I don't love the voice it's written in and how it is. I was like, oh, I could definitely do a lot more to this, but I was like, this is the vibe.
In the 15 minutes,
yeah.
In the 15 minutes you got, you did what you made it do what it do.
Yeah. It's fun. I was just like, oh, I like this. I like her just being like, my garden, my cabbages,
my cabbages. Oh, a superhero cabbage cart salesman.
That literally just sounds like a character from One Punch Man. Like it's not, but it feels like it could fit in the One Punch universe.
Have you watched One Punch Man?
I've only seen the first season.
Okay, that's so good.
Yeah, it's
so good. No, but that does sound like a like a superhero from that universe. It would be good.
Oh man, be like, don't push me. I will become a villain.
Yeah.
Watch.
Okay.
Okay, late on me.
The 4 Wingmen of the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Connor sat up straighter in his chair as he stifled a yawn. He had come to convince this group of men that the smaller nation on the southern border belonged to them. He had come ready with research and numbers on the resources that would be available upon the easy defeat of the small army. But there wasn't actually much he needed to do in this meeting. This group was already primed for unchecked growth. In a distant country across the world, Look at how hard we work, Warren sneered out, voice full of anger that he did not feel. Our fingers are worked to the bones for those idiots in the West. They call themselves our countrymen, but they get fat while we starve. Cheers and shouts went up in agreement. In the West, Warren piloted another avatar. He had been expecting for this to be harder, for it to call more of his attention, but it barely did. He was standing in two different spots. The people were wearing different clothes and calling him two different names, but he was using the same exact words. Cheers went up in the West as well. In another place, Finley looked at the menu, deciding which drink to order next. She did not look up as she felt the presence of Dina coalesce in the seat across from her. She was a bit surprised that Dina had decided to appear before two separate avatars at once. "What are you doing here?" Dina asked in both iterations of her form. "Having a drink," Finley responded. "Is that not obvious? You've just been here in these places for so long. How are you affecting food production by drinking?" "I am not affecting food production. I'm just killing time." "I know that because there's actually way more food production happening all over the place. Your job is not being done." "It is being done," Finley responded. Dina only responded with a tilt of her head. I used responded a lot.
That's fine.
Dina only tilted her head. I don't know. "My goal is not specifically to lower food production. It is to make sure some people go hungry. These people are already doing that. It doesn't matter how much food they have here. They aren't feeding the people who don't have food. So my job is done. All that is left to do is entertain myself. Why live out the next century bored?" Dina made a sound of curiosity. "Why aren't you working?" "I was," Dina said, head still tilted. "But the humans have started making and spreading diseases of their own. And if Connor and Warren keep pace, then I guess there's not much left for me to do either." "Join me then," said Finley. "I am trying one of every drink in multiple bars at the same time to compare flavors. You should also add an avatar to the one I have in Italy, to the one I have in Italy. Then you will be at the 3 best bars I've found so far. I suggest you start with a whiskey sour, and we'll expand your palate from there."
I love this, but first, okay, Dina. All right, so Finley, famine.
Yeah.
Warren, war. I thought Dina was death, but
Yes.
okay. And then I see is pestilence is one of them, right? Like, what is?
Well, so like when I looked up the Four
Connor.
Horsemen of Apocalypse, it said conquest, war, famine, and death. I
Interesting.
thought it was pestilence, but I just with my general Google search,
Got it.
It was like conquest is the absolute like takeover of another country, whereas war is closer to civil war and like the fighting that happens.
That's really interesting.
Connor conquest,
Yeah.
just based on the Google search.
Yeah. A quick Google search. We're doing this really quickly. Yeah.
Right.
15 minutes.
Right, 15 minutes of writing. So in
Yeah.
the 2 minutes I had before we started writing,
Yeah.
that's what my Google search found.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You are getting so good. Like for the last few times that we've written, I've been like, Brittany has been doing better stories than me.
Oh.
Like Brittany has been doing way more interesting things
I
than
disagree
me.
because that prose thing, I really enjoyed the format of that.
I think you write the stuff that I like. And I write where I'm like, I'm way more interested in those things. I was just like, that's so much fun.
I really wanted more of the love, the enemies, the friends, the lovers, the enemy story. I didn't push you for it, but
because we had decided that at the beginning that we were gonna do that.
Yeah.
I really like that. That was a lot of fun. Sad.
Yeah, very sad.
I was like, oh, I guess she did do the greater good too.
It's not the greater good because there's no justification of it. There's no this is the right thing.
Yeah.
There's no it's going to be okay because something better is happening or these lives are sacrificable
But
because of whatever. But it was a depressing bit of like
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, I guess all of those things are actively happening in our world today.
Yes. Yes.
But fun spin.
Fun spin.
That is like,
Do you wanna laugh a little at the tears that we are shedding?
Oh my
in the world that we live in today? I got you.
So I want you to know, for my podcast I do with my husband, Media Mid, and we're not doing it. We're mostly on hiatus, but we keep putting like spotlight episodes out every couple of months because we're doing stuff. Something should be coming out next month, depending on if my husband gets it edited. But April Fools, we always put something out, right?
Yeah.
Which is like, okay, this is just something that's really off of what we normally do. And I was talking about to him about next April Fools, and I was like, I want you to do this. He has lists of music that he like put together that James maybe talked to you about. It was just like for each country, one song to represent every year since music was made in that country.
Yeah.
And he has like done a lot of research and stuff. And I was like, this would be a great music history course.
Yeah.
Like if you were doing that, to be like, this is, and so like this, we're talking about this year in music in these 3 countries. We're coming up on the war. How did people deal with it? Like, why are these the things? Da 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 da. This is really interesting. And I was like, I would really like him to like, we're going to have a podcast that's like, let's just do the first 50 years of like America or something like that. Let's do that. I think that would be really cool for like, how did you decide these things? What influenced blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, and for mine, I really want to do a Midnight Burger style. Like we're just doing an audio drama. Right. But I was like, I would have to write it. I have to figure out blah, blah, blah. And I would need more time to do it because I would be like, You'd
have to find other actors and
not just other actors, but also like I want to do sound and like be like, okay, let me find a sound that works for this. Let me do X, Y, and Z, you know? So that, but then I was like, you were reading this, I was like, oh, if I could just get 4 of us at the table doing this.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's literally why I came to all of this. I was just, So for April Fools, like, working on this and getting this like to where we want it to, you would want it to be with some input from me because it is yours. Like most of you can make the decision.
The sound of like maybe some background noise,
like at the bar, yeah,
ice in the cup,
yeah.
I'm down.
That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah.
I really like this. I think like, okay, I was really tired coming into this episode, but I think this was really good.
We're leaving energized.
We're leaving energized and a little hungry.
It's not maybe because of the writing that we did, but because the energy drinks are kicking in.
Yeah. We both had sips of some caffeine beverages, and that was helpful. But we're all done for today. That was all. That's all. I
hope that you liked it.
I also hope that you liked it.
I hope that you picked a title to vibe out on.
Yeah.
And also write something.
Yeah. I want to know how you felt about what we wrote, but if there was a title in there that you were like, I would have rather you chose that.
Yeah. I want to know about it. But also, if you were thinking you should have chose this title, then I think you should write that title.
I agree. Guess what? We have a Reddit, so if you choose a title and you want to write those things,
we can add it to the Reddit.
We can add it. You just go to the Reddit and just like put from this episode, this thing, go. But we are also going to go because I'm going to make food and then I'm going to make her watch a BL.
It's going to be a good time.
It is.
Bye.
Bye-bye.